All right, guys, here we are, the very last episode of Loki. We just got through watching it, so this is like literally we watched it finished watching it like a minute ago. So this is our true like instant reactions. Like don't even have time to think about it a whole lot, kind of deal. We're gonna do this one really quick. So we'll just go around circle here. Adelia, what did you think about this final episode and like I guess the season as a whole?
Holy shit, this episode was beautiful. It was poetic. Loki's end, if this is the end of Loki in the MCU, which it sort of feels like it might be, what an ending, man. Um, I hope it's not. He's my favorite character, but he's fully and truly become the god of stories now. He's not the god of mischief anymore. And that's something that happens in the comics is he becomes the god of stories. But wow. I'm kind of speechless and I'm very emotional and well done to this season. I thought it was phenomenal.
All right, Greg, man, what'd you think?
Awesome ending to kind of like whole arc of Loki, I guess, if it is really the end. That was a beautiful series. A lot of stuff going on. I still got to probably go rewatch it and try to like understand it myself on my own. But it was definitely like a good time, man. The whole series, and obviously hanging out with y'all was a great bonus.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start like watching some other stuff on the reg and doing this kind of thing more often, either with new series or even maybe some older ones. But we're gonna let Brandi tell us what she thought overall.
Holy crap. That's what I thought. The holy crap. This was really good. I was just like memorized and just had to like I don't know if you saw me just like zone in on everything and it was just really good. It was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? He's gonna do this and I was like, oh, he's really gonna sit on a throne now. And now he's in the middle of everything and he's keeping everything together and it's like you said, the god of mischief, and now he's the god of stories, and I thought that was really cool. I just thought everything was cool how he had to go back and try to fix it and then figure out what he had to do, and it was really good.
Yeah, I've said it already a few times, and I'm gonna kind of reiterate it. The greatest thing about this particular series, this particular show to me, is the simple fact that the perfect formula for something to get me kind of into the MCU again was not to really have these like main characters. Yeah, they played parts in the story and everything, but it wasn't about them really being like per se heroes or living and dying and fighting this ultimate bad guy. Yeah, it had a little bit of that in there, but that ultimately wasn't what the story was. It was about all the things surrounding the whole universe, all the multiverses, all these different people that even though you didn't see them on screen, you kind of understood like what was happening. So it was either like everybody dying or, just all these different things. It was like, well, how are they going to be able to fix it? How are they going to be able to do this? That's what brought like, say, the mystery, the excitement, and everything else, which to me like brought me in the story, had me like more emotionally involved and everything else because it was all these like innocent people that was at stake. It didn't have nothing to do with like say Loki, who's a god, or like even the main characters of the story as a whole. Uh, Especially this episode, I think like really kind of hit some tones here. Like, so you have this guy Mobius, right? Like he's doing these things that are bad technically, like these, like he said, like he told the story. The To me, the coolest thing about this whole series happened in this episode, and is he's telling that story to Loki, and it happens to be him that's part of that story. You don't know that at the very beginning, but it happens to be him as part of that story. Like there's a variant that's going to cause like a bunch of deaths and everything else, and like he gets there and it's like this 8-year-old child, it's this kid, and like he does the kid's really not doing anything wrong, he's just kind of almost existing, from the story and everything else, and but they're supposed to prune him to stop all this other stuff from happening, and he didn't do it, and this other thing, so like a bunch of other bad stuff happens and allows it to occur. But the thing is even though those bad things happen afterwards, you still have to live with the fact that you just took out an 8-year-old kid that was really technically innocent. He wasn't actively trying to destroy 5,000 lives or any of those things. Like whatever happened to put that kid in that situation, like was causing it to happen. But the kid was like this innocent kid. So like all the times that he had to go do his job and he had to prune all these characters or prune all these people, like it took them out of existence and he had to live with that, right? So I think like the biggest thing on the story was at the very end, not even the Loki thing. The Loki thing's cool. It, you know, it's interesting now how like, yeah, this is probably the last time you're going to see Loki because there's no way for him to stop. He's holding everything together now, which is, you know, kind of a, you know, pretty cool ending and stuff. But like really and truthfully, the Mobius character at the very end, all those times he had to do those terrible acts. And he wanted to finally be like, nah, dog, I got to kind of go see like why I did this. What was my motivation for like really just, he's kind of a murderer, but he's doing it for a good reason. But that doesn't make it necessarily right or cleanse you of any kind of wrongdoing. Like you're still doing something that's in a way still terrible, even if it's for the greater good. Like you're having to do this sin. And he had to do it over and over and over and over again. And at the very end there, when he said, like, I want to go see basically why he's been doing this, like, why did we make this decision and why did I do this? It's because of the simple fact it was easy. Like, he goes back and he sees him and his two kids, right? Very impactful, very good storytelling, I thought, with that. That was the most impactful thing to me. And it was just very interesting. Like, and they thought they did it good. I thought they did it good. They didn't play with emotions. What did I say up repeatedly too? Even though there were funny things in here with like Obi and some characters, how they reacted to each other and stuff like that. There was even some funny moments in this episode as well that you could joke around and smile at and everything else. But when it got serious and it got to the point, there wasn't a joke. There wasn't a smile. They let it be serious like it should be. And if the MCU can start telling more stories like this, it's going to be great again. It's going to be something I'm wanting to like walk into every movie. I'm wanting to see every show. Like I'm excited. I don't even care what the next thing is. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to count Marvels as part of this because it was kind of being done at the same time. But the next project that they do this after this show, I'm going to be super excited for, and I'm going to jump head first into it because I'm going to be like, maybe the way they're going to tell stories is a little bit different than what they've been doing for the past couple of years. And if that's the case, the MCU can be just something because of all the characters they have and what they can do, something truly amazing and can hit you in the feels, but make you smile. It can make you do all the emotion because they let this stuff breathe. They let the story be told in a way that didn't make a joke out of it every 5 seconds. That's great. Mm-hmm. And I hope they keep doing that because I think it could be super good. Yeah, you feel kind of sad when this episode's over. But man, the journey you went through, the smiles, the laughs, the jokes we told each other, even on some of these reactions and everything else is like something pretty damn amazing. But it makes it more important that we got to see this very important like thing that was happening, these stakes that were really there, like millions to billions to trillions of people got saved because Loki made a sacrifice. It meant more because they let it be serious. And I enjoyed that. And now I'm off my soapbox because Adelia's got to go to work. So
yeah, I do.
Anybody's got anything left to say or to add a little bit to something I just said to that ends, let's go ahead and do it real quick so we can get out of here.
My girl, Miss Minutes, lives on.
That's it.
She
still
does.
Alive. She's still alive.
Minutes is there. The TVA is still there. There'd been a lot of speculation that the TVA was going to be gone by the end of the series. It's not, and I think that's great. I can't wait for what's next. The Marvels, I can't wait to see that. But the next project on the docket is Deadpool 3. So there's been hints that that's going to involve the TVA somehow. So I can't wait to find out.
And you get to see Wolverine.
Well, yeah,
and Deadpool fight
I still say shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut her down, son. Shut her down. All right. With that being said, until next time, guys, man, stay like Loki. Stay sexy. You know, that guy's sexy as hell, dude. Mm-hmm. I was hoping he was getting naked on that walkway. Hell no, they didn't give it to us. They changed him into his little normal costume and everything else, which I thought was fitting too. That was pretty cool. And my favorite color
was not his normal costume, but yes.
Okay, well, I mean, it looked like more of his normal. He grew his horns back, and he turned green Green happens to be my favorite color, so I'm super happy that the timelines are now green instead of glowing. You know what I'm saying? So let's do that. But with that being said, guys, with that being said, let's get out of here. Thank you guys. Peace. Damn, Adelia's out of here.